that some people are kind of looking at this like, hey, wait, is this an Apex video? It certainly is. Finally got my first win the other day, and I just wanted to go ahead and show off, or showcase, I guess, a little bit of what it is that I was doing with Pathfinder. We had some great grappling moves, some great maneuvers to be able to cut people off and just to catch them by surprise. And we did some really sickness. Did get a couple of kills with the Kraber. That wasn't the winning match, but we did happen to put the win right at the end of it. But we just wanted to show a little bit of what it is that was going on here. But anyway, this was one of the first things here. Like, we were basically just trying to find a place to go. Simply, I'm still fairly new at this game. Like, I'm trying to figure out what play style works best for me. What seems to be important, first and foremost, is not only to find a character or characters that happen to feel comfortable for you, that you can use, and you feel okay using, for that matter, but as well guns that you are familiar with using. But the best thing that you could really do is try to get as much experience with every gun that you can. Now, this is the first little bit here. Like, if you happen to watch this grapple, if I hadn't have done that, I never would have reached that gun before they did, and I would be the one getting shot right now. But it was simply for me to be able to get upon them very quickly and to get what it is that I wanted done. Now I'm waiting for my grapple to come back because I wanted to get some overhead. I knew that there was no roof access on this right here unless they were to do something extra with a door. Now one's running away. I know that there were two, so I ping him for my teammates, and then I wait to find out where it is that the second one happened to have gone. Now, you know, a little bit of finagling or whatnot with my headset, and I was able to hear the footsteps, and I get my shots off. Now, I wasn't able to find her in order to finish the job, but I mean, you happen to get the idea. Now, what it is that we happen to have here, my teammate was getting shot at, and instead of needing to mantle and jump over the handlebar and all that extra, we just went ahead and grappled the roof and went right into a slide and was able to back up our buddy right there, even though that he didn't happen to need us, which was beneficial, but, you know, it still helps him out. But being able to communicate with your teammates allows for you to do things like that. I was able to shoot right over my buddy's shoulder and to get the kill, so that way he wasn't going to have any problems. But anyway, here was another slingshot. You know, and this really does happen. Like, you may not think that it helps, but to be able to get over your opponents, goodness, in fact, there was somebody who had even reverse done it to me earlier, and got completely over my head and was able to shoot me in the back. Like, and that person, I probably went right over that individual's head, and they had no idea that I was there. Goodness, this was another slingshot. We were just trying to gear up, and I was trying to get closer to my teammate. Honestly, in my opinion, Pathfinder's the only one that can really keep up with Octane, even if it be from behind a little bit. Like, you're still going to eat Octane's dust a little bit, but being able to clear those big giant areas such as this right here, I felt funny about where my teammates were going, and it was a good thing that I had that feeling, because certainly enough, there were opponents waiting for us, and they started getting shot at. So I was actually able to come up with the flank from behind where they were not ready, and to get my shots off. Honestly, I can't really shoot all that great, and if I was able to shoot better, I might have been able to win all of that, but yeah, it didn't happen to go all that great. Even to be able to use Pathfinder to find the high ground, goodness, I mean, it's Pathfinder truly is unparalleled in his maneuverability. Now, for folks who are like, well, the grapple in Titanfall 2 is a lot better, and it's like, well, actually, they happen to be the exact same. The only difference is that you don't have a double jump that you can use to influence your momentum in the air. Now, what it is that I thought I was going to do here, I thought I was just going to use the zip line, save my grapple, and get on the roof here, but then I messed that up. So then my reaction was to just do a half corkscrew right over the wall, and to quickly get over that way. And you see, I did meet up right with my teammate, even though that I didn't need to. It was still nice to do. See, and there goes Octane, thinking that he was going to outrun me. Now, I messed up my grapple a little bit. I didn't get up top, but I managed to get right in his face, and he wasn't even ready for, you know, he thought he was repositioned, and he really wasn't, though. And he died for that. But then there's this Bangalore here, and that didn't happen to turn out so great for me. But this was just another firefight that we happen to have had. Goodness, little grenade boost put me over into the corner. Never sit still, because even for an individual like myself, such as that right there, who can't shoot very well, I'm still gonna kill you. Like, if you're standing there for long enough and not moving, it makes absolutely no sense. Like, you're just a target that's waiting to get blown away. Goodness. What is it that we happen to have here? That's right. This was a bigger firefight. This one I was a little upset about that I didn't happen to win. Um, Only because of the moves that I happened to have pulled off. Now, I was just trying to get around real quick, and then my teammates were getting shot at. Now, I panicked. All I had was the zip line. So I go ahead and I pull out the zip line to try to clear up some space so I can get up there as soon as possible. Jump on the zip line. Now I have my grappling hook back. I'm not worried about that. But this individual right here did find me by surprise. So I did manage to knock them. And I got my teammate's banner. Now, what it is that I'm waiting for, I'm using the building as cover, and I'm waiting to find out where their last teammate happens to be. This individual has no idea where I happen to be at, and then I find their teammate there, so now I'm panicking. I can't control the R99 all that great. Honestly, I should have flipped back over to the flat line. But then repositioning myself for the high ground here, getting a good slingshot in and getting up overhead, I had the advantage there. But then if I wasn't constantly finding his teammate that was on the ground, I would have been able to kill him. You see, there it goes, shooting at the teammate again, and it killed me. But anyway, this was another situation. Both of my teammates were dead. They went in a completely opposite direction, found people, got murdered, and then I ran into these two over here who were looting the area. Now, I didn't want to just open fire because I felt like I would lose. I don't tend to shoot too well compared to how I do in Titanfall 2, and honestly, Titanfall 2, I don't shoot too well. So I threw out some grenades and started doing some damage to them, and then wanted to retreat so that way I could heal up and see. And I went to go hit my shield battery, and there was still a med kit there. I wasn't ready. Tried to be slick and just wound up in the front of somebody else's gun. It just didn't work out too well for me. Now here you go. You get to see another firefight. Goodness, we happen to have had another squad that came into this building along with us. I hate being inside the buildings because it's such close quarters, and I always find myself having a problem. But we drilled this Bangalore here. And then their teammate was absolutely on me. It was a lifeline. I was trying to find a spot to slingshot from. I just wound up hitting the roof. And they were still sticking me from behind. And there it was. And I got put down. But this particular individual, I do get my revenge on. Even though I eat a drumstick with I get hit in the face with a drumstick, it certainly wasn't all that great. I was upset about it. All you do happen to need is at least one reliable teammate to stay alive and to grab your banner. And that way you have at least got some kind of hopes of staying alive. So my buddy managed to get outside here, and he did get me and the other one that went down over to the revive station. Goodness, and it takes, as you can see, there's a counter up at the top. That's how long it takes for you to get back. Now, what you do want to be wary of is that you do not spawn with any guns, if anybody doesn't happen to know who's watching this yet. But you don't spawn with any guns, you don't spawn with any equipment or anything, so it is best to just quickly gear up as fast as possible. But what did we find over here? Goodness, a loot drop box with a Kraber inside, and I was the only one who wanted to pick it up. We didn't happen to run into that other squad until the end here, but I was simply just looking around for a spot to use that Kraber on. But we make use of a grapple in the meantime, what it is that we're doing. My teammates were way over there and they're going, Deadeye, where you at? Give me just a second. And I'm right here. Like I said, man, Pathfinder's legitimately like the only one that could really keep up with Octane, at least to an extent. Being able to cover that big ground, those big areas, and get that speed up there, it really does kind of make it feel like Titanfall 2, except you are missing your wall running and your double jump and things of that nature. But the grapple does happen to give you quite a bit of extra mobility. It does certainly help out. Now here's that bit with the Kraber. See, now because I was up on the roof, they had no idea where I was at, and I start getting my shots in. I thought that would have killed him, but apparently, I don't know, I didn't hit him in the head or something of that particular nature. And then I see the lifeline. That's actually the same lifeline who executed us earlier. So, yeah, I probably need to change my sensitivity. I was a little stoked about that shot, being able to hit that. And then Buddy Bangalore comes up and starts doing their thing. I had to get away from Bangalore's airstrike here. but I couldn't see anything. I missed every single shot. Just wanted to recharge here while it is that they were playing around with their teammate. My other buddy went down. He put himself in a position where he probably shouldn't have, and I found myself on a 1v2. Bangalore's pinned underneath the stairs, and his buddy's blocking him with the shield while the Bangalore's trying to snipe me underneath. So I threw some grenades and killed both of them. And like I said, that was us getting our revenge. They should have made sure that my entire squad was dead instead of just leaving us be. But anyway, I've got 9 shots left with the Kraber, and I'm seeing where my buddy's stuff is. I take my shot and I miss. It is what it is. But I see him poking through here and put down the Gibraltar. And then the Bangalore shooting at me down below. Goodness, I had one hell of a shot. I actually happened to have died shortly afterward. It didn't work out too well. I only had the Kraber. It wasn't working out. I didn't have too many good weapons after that. But being able to get up to like further ledges like that up top, it makes for getting around the map a lot better. Even though that you don't find too many scenarios in which where you want to use it, but even when it comes to gunfights and repositioning, you can either use the zip line to cover big distances, as I just did, where you can share with your teammates, or you can slingshot by yourself and go flying and scout out ahead or to a different area or to high ground like you just saw me do. This is me just showcasing a little bit of the movement that you can do with the grapple, the ground that you can cover. I actually overshot. I didn't realize how close I was, or else I would have pulled that a little bit slower. But yeah, no, you can fly quite some distances easily, even getting yourself out of hairy situations, such as I happen to do here, throwing myself way inside of the ring, and it was not an issue from where I was at. I didn't have to run around. Here you go. My buddy actually put a bounce pad. It was too far back. They were both trying to get to the roof. But with Pathfinder having the grapple here, all I need to do is grapple onto the roof. And I have it back in 14 seconds, so it's not really that big of a deal if I happen to use it. Octane was ahead of me, and then, goodness, what happened, Octane? I thought you were in front. What? Yeah, you're in the back now? Okay. But, anyway, this, in fact, happened to have been the win, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this play out, and see you guys in a few minutes when it's all over.
How? I fucking hit him for 300. Alright. I hit him for fucking 300, dude. Alright.
Anybody
I hear
around
somebody
you?
coming to my... Yeah, somebody's coming to my right. Unless that's the guy I knocked down.
Yeah, heal up.
What the fuck? Fucking whore. She's running right down. Yeah, just kill her before you get me. Alright, where's this other guy at?
Oh, fuck, I lost her. Never mind.
I'm looking.
Got that bitch.
Nice. Alright, last squad. What the fuck kind of name is that?
Yeah, sweetheart, take that. Just yeah.
Somebody just threw us. Oh, that was Jesus threw that?
Pretty sure someone's got a shot on. Look out an enemy. Good kill.
Reloading.
I've only got 15 rounds left of this Havoc.
Contact with hostile. I've been down. Contact.
He's the last one. Is she still up there?
No.
She's not the last one.
She is not the last one.
Yeah, she was.
So as y'all can see, using Pathfinder, it is very much so possible, and you can do so in a strategic fashion and take the win. Like if you notice how it is that I cut around that lifeline and cut her off and made sure that she couldn't keep running around and making us run, and basically just keeping us confused or whatnot, so that way she could eventually get the victory herself. But yeah, that's my first win, and y'all see how well it works. Hopefully I will catch y'all later, and maybe I will see you guys on the Battle Royale field.